Hey everyone, and welcome. So if you're a fencer, you know the game is all about inches and milliseconds, right? That tiny competitive edge makes all the difference. Well, today, we're going to dive into something pretty cool, a way to see what's really going on inside your body and how you can unlock the potential you know you have on the strip.
Okay, let's talk about something real. Every serious fencer hits that point, that plateau. It feels like this invisible wall, doesn't it? You train harder, you drill more, but you just can't seem to break through. But what if I told you that wall is literally something you can't see?
So, let me ask you a question. Does your lunge ever feel like it's missing that last little bit of pop? You know, that explosive power? Or maybe you're dealing with those nagging aches and pains that just refuse to go away? If that sounds familiar, well, you are definitely not alone. And it's usually a sign that there's something deeper going on.
See, the thing is, fencing is a super asymmetrical sport. I mean, think about it. You're always leading with the same side, day in and day out. Over time, that creates these hidden imbalances. It can also lead to something called fascial restrictions. You can think of it like tiny, sticky knots in the webbing that holds all your muscles together. And these are the real culprits. They're the invisible brakes on your speed, the little leaks that drain your power, and the reason your precision might feel just a little off. And the worst part? You usually have no idea they're even there.
Okay, but what if you could see them? What if you could get a super detailed map of your own body's unique mechanics? Well, that's exactly what this analysis does. We're about to take all that invisible stuff and make it totally visible.
At its heart, this is all about learning to listen to your body, for real. This technology basically acts as a translator. It takes all those subtle signals your body is sending you, that little feeling of instability or that sense that your power just isn't quite there, and it turns them into cold, hard data. Data that you can actually see and, more importantly, understand.
So, where do we start? Well, we go way deeper than just looking at your form. The first step is a 3D analysis that maps out your entire skeleton. And I'm not talking about some general outline here. We're identifying tiny misalignments with insane precision. I mean, right down to the individual degree. Okay, so once we have the frame, your skeleton, we look at the engine, your muscles. The system dives in and analyzes 87 key muscles that are absolutely crucial for an athlete like you. It pinpoints with laser focus which muscles are too tight and which ones are too weak. You get this crystal clear picture of what's actually helping your form and what's holding it back.
And here's the best part. We take all that super complex biomechanical data and make it dead simple. There's zero guesswork. If you see red, that muscle is too tight and needs to be stretched. If you see blue, that muscle is weak and needs to be strengthened. That's it. It's your own personal roadmap. Stretch the red, strengthen the blue. So simple.
So you might be wondering, how do we get all this info? Well, it all comes down to a really comprehensive 3-part analysis. It's designed to give us a complete biomechanical picture of you, how your body is when it's still, and how it moves. All right, let's break it down real quick. The whole thing has 3 parts. First, a 3D static posture scan. Second, a dynamic overhead squat. And third, a single leg balance test. Each one of these peels back another layer, showing us exactly how your body functions.
First up is that 3D posture scan. We use something called Moire contour mapping, which sounds fancy, but think of it like creating a topographical map of your back. It instantly shows us your body's unique landscape, all the little twists, turns, and imbalances that make up your baseline posture.
Okay, next, we get you moving with the overhead squat. Now, this isn't just a gym exercise, it's a dynamic test, and it's amazing at showing us how your body cheats or compensates when it's under load. It's a huge tell for things like core weakness or muscles that just aren't switching on when you need them to. Like in the middle of a bout.
And the last piece of the puzzle is the single leg balance test. Come on, for a fencer, stability is everything, right? It's the whole foundation for your explosive footwork, for a stable, powerful lunge. This test measures exactly how good you are at staying in control, and it's a direct line to how you're going to perform on the strip.
So gathering all this data is one thing. But honestly, that's just the start. The real magic, the game changer, is what happens next. We take all that information and feed it into a powerful AI that's built to turn all those numbers into your personal roadmap to dominance.
Get this. We've partnered with Thai Sport Bodyworks, and their AI uses, wait for it, 450 million parameters to analyze your data. Let that sink in for a second. And it's focusing with incredible detail on your spine and pelvis, the absolute center of every athletic move you make. This isn't a quick once-over. This is a seriously deep dive.
And look, this isn't just some fancy new tech we're trying out. The accuracy here is scientifically validated. I'm talking proven, in multiple high-level, peer-reviewed academic journals. So you know this is a system that's built on real, reliable science.
Okay, so we've got the raw data from the tests, and we have the super smart AI analysis. But the final step, and honestly the most important one, is turning all that insight into a simple, actionable plan that you can actually use. And this is where the light bulb really goes on. You might see a finding on your report, some technical term like right pelvic obliquity, and you might think, okay, so what? But then we show you your 3D model and we connect the dots. We show you how that specific tilt in your pelvis is the real reason your lunge feels wobbly or why you feel like you're losing power halfway through an attack. We turn the numbers into aha moments.
What you walk away with is a personalized blueprint for becoming a better athlete. I want to be clear, this is not a generic workout plan you could find online. It's a super targeted guide that tells you exactly which muscles you need to stretch, which ones you need to strengthen, and how to finally fix those hidden knots and restrictions in your body that are keeping you from reaching your peak performance.
Look, you've already put in the hours. You've put in the sweat, the dedication, all of it. Now it's time to stop just training harder and start training smarter. It's time to finally get that edge you've been working so hard for.
So here's the bottom line. It's time to stop guessing what's limiting your performance. Stop fighting against problems you can't even see. With this analysis, the guessing game is over. You finally get to see your body's secrets, understand the real root cause of your issues, and unlock the potential you know is in there.
So if you're ready to take that next step, here's the information you need. The price for the SmartCare Optimize analysis for fencing is only $149. Our therapies range in price from $109 to $199 per session, depending on the type of therapy and the time. For all the details, please consult with a Thai Sport representative.